to rant on behalf of the teenage population. Salutations, friends. Okay, we adolescents are under this suffocating pressure to decide who we are. We're definitely not children, and we're capable of carrying on a sophisticated discussion. We just can't hold as much stuff on our brain as a 30-year-old. It makes sense that we don't just want to be typical emotion-ridden teenagers. We want to be something more. So we're always in such a hurry to define ourselves for society. There's all these questions! Are you academic, artistic, athletic? Do you have a lot of friends? Do you have friends? Do you sit in the front or the back of the class? What's your sexual identity? What's your gender identity? What are your political views? Where are you planning on going to college? Where are you planning on going to college? These things can change over time, and that's totally okay. It's fine. They're all just labels that may be completely different in a decade, so don't try to construct your identity before your life has begun. You hear that, millennials? Please do not invest too much time in defining yourselves. Instead, worry about learning and preparing to solve the universe's problems. Okay, millennials? I mean, one of you is going to be the president someday. Unless America becomes a totalitarian dystopia in the next 30 years. We should have listened to George Orwell! Should have listened to you, George. And then there's the dreaded question. What do you want to be when you grow up? Okay, there are so many things that are wrong with that question! Not only is it horribly demeaning, as if nothing you do matters or has any impact on anything, except for pondering the future. It's also that I really dislike the infinitive to be in this case. It's not what you want to be, it's what you want to do. Because, oh my shucks, career doesn't define you either. I don't even know what this vlog is about. I don't even know what the title's gonna be. Do I go with the cheesy and coy, calling all teenagers, get your lives together? Or the straightforward yet borderline pretentious, insight into adolescence, a soliloquy? It's a conundrum. Life is a conundrum. Tumblr is a conundrum. Which brings me to my next point! You may or may not have heard of the ongoing Tumblr war between hipsters and fangirls. Oh, wait, no, I'm gonna need some definitions. Insert definitions here. You can pause the video and read, or not. Alrighty, Teddy Lefty Lucy? Okay. I, for one, am definitely a fangirl. You probably shouldn't mention ships around me, or wizards, or revolutions, or animatronic legs. Why did you have to kill my favorite character? You apathetic monster author! How could you? How? Okay, back to reality. The hipsters and the fangirls have been engaged in online battles since, like, not that many years ago. It's frightening. There's so much animosity. And guys, that's completely unnecessary! Okay, so a hipster and a fangirl may look completely different at first glance. Stereotypically, the hipster has sideswept bangs and clothing from a thrift store, whereas the fangirl is probably in pajamas and in tears, holding a book, a laptop, and a jar of Nutella. So yeah, they seem kind of like opposites. But they both just want to express themselves in a way that differs from the norm. And in doing so, they've created their own little community. They're being abnormal together, which is a beautiful oxymoron. Hipsters and fangirls are more alike than you'd think under their facades. So why can't we all just get along? Like we used to in middle school, and then we can bake a cake filled with rainbows and smiles and everyone can eat it and be happy. I'm sorry for the mainstream reference, but it doesn't define me, so... The point of this was that adolescents can express themselves without defining themselves. This isn't some cliche TV show about singing teenagers who all fit into a stereotype. It's not. This is just life, where we can all be abnormal together. I'm sorry for the mainstream reference, but it doesn't define me, so...